Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
This is one of the main reasons why I stopped doing energy healings and energy work because people would come to me to cut energetic cords and heal their trauma and heal this and manifest that. But if you don't take action and shift something in your 3D reality, nothing will shift.
But I am manifesting. Doesn't that count as me taking actions? Since we're on the subject, let's get the crazy out of the way, shall we?
I've said it before and I will say it again. If you don't have men literally falling at your feet, if you are not embodying the most magnetic version of you, if you are ready to glow up, you need to start dressing like your Venus sign. I know, you've probably heard it a million times before, but let me tell you how.
No. But yeah, they're back. I mean, you didn't really thought they went away, right? Maybe they just needed some time off to see which planet it's spinning in which direction.
One thing I've learned with lots of experience is that if a man is not acting the way you want off the bat, in the beginning, he's never going to. Any changes you will get him to make will be marginal, and you will spend the rest of your relationship fighting tooth and nail for these marginal shifts in how he treats you. The thing about men is that you either inspire them or you don't. And it's not as personal as that sounds. It's literally just like a compatibility thing. Like, does he feel inspired by you?
No, he does not. Not only because you talk like that, but you also think like that. A man is not your own personal puppet. He is his own individual. He has his own mind, his own ideas, his own personality, his own wants and desire. And usually in romantic comedies, he's gonna put his entire life on hold for you. But in real life, well, I don't need to tell you because you're still single. And that's because you don't expect a man to treat you right. You expect him to act the way you expect him to act.
I'm gonna tell you guys super straight up. The only freaking reason why it's like hard to find love now and why it's hard to date and this and that and whatever. This is the only reason. People can like list all these freaking reasons as to why it's happening and this and that and men and women, masculine and feminine and blah blah blah. Legit, the only reason why is because women have freedom now. Women have autonomy. Women are able to take care of themselves. They don't need a man. So then when you realize that you don't need a man to help you survive in this life, you realize how much they were actually a nuisance instead of just being helpful. The only reason why marriages and stuff like that lasted and they worked and dating and this and that, blah, blah, is because we had to stick around. And now that we don't have to stick around, they have to give us something worth sticking around for. It's legit the only reason. It's because men don't have control anymore. And they're also just mad that like we have things like gut feelings. Like they don't have that.
Yes, that for sure. Even though science never managed to prove this here gut feeling, the ever increasing number in single motherhood kind of does. Even with ignoring your gut feeling, still not really a great point. It's harder for you to find love because of autonomy. Even ignoring that, did it ever occur to you that single women existed through our entire history? Maybe even more the longer you go in history. In times when the majority of men will leave home and the majority of them were never coming back, who do you think those ladies were marrying? Nah, we'll ignore that just as well, because you can always count on Gen Z to invent stuff that existed for thousands of years. A while back they invented walking, not that long ago they invented making coffees at home, and now they invented, of course, autonomy.
If you're a guy who's attractive, motivated, and focused, here's the truth that no one tells you. Dating actually gets harder for you guys. People would assume that you have options and that you're always talking to someone. But really, most girls won't approach you. The ones who do might only see the surface. You're selective, and not because you're arrogant, but because you've built too much to just let anyone in. And you just want peace and not distraction. So yeah, you might have more attention, but finding someone who actually sees you, that's the real challenge. Follow me for more dating tips.
How is that even a dating tip? All you said was that attractive guys are having a harder time dating because women don't approach them. Not only that, that is not a dating tip, that is completely cuckoo as well. They don't need to be approached because they're doing the approaching, because attractive guys are like most women. They're not afraid of rejection because they're the ones rejecting. And sure, I could be wrong, but even if I am wrong and you're right, that's still not a dating tip.
The thing I always wonder is how many years does it take before grave digging turns into archaeology? Like how recent or how late does it have to be before you go from you've just uncovered a body to you've just uncovered an artifact? Like, is there a certain amount of years? But also, how do you date those years? You wouldn't know just by looking, because a skeleton's a skeleton. What if you, like, dig something up thinking it's, like, hundreds and hundreds of years old, and then you find out the poor dude died, like, 40 years ago? How do you know that? Update, I googled it, and there isn't an answer. It just says it's based on the context. That's made it even more confusing.
Is she serious? Or is she just trying to justify her digging her grandmother because she was buried with some ring or a necklace she really likes? I'm not really into archaeology, but this would be my safest tip that I can give you. Maybe don't start digging inside a cemetery.
Is it just me, or have all women reached a point where we just really fucking hate men, but sadly we're straight and we like them, and we start objectifying them, and we look at them as these things that are pretty to look at, that are nice for pleasure and other things, but genuinely have no desire whatsoever to connect with them further? Is that just me? Am I broken? I don't know what happened, but it's like every time I see like a good looking man, I'm like, oh, damn, darling. But then he opens his mouth and starts talking to me, and I'm like, please stop talking. You ruined the magic. What the is happening? Seriously. Like, if this is not the best testament to the fact that I'm straight, and I'm so bummed about the fact that I'm straight, I don't know what is. I don't know why I'm into them. It's just pure animalistic instinct. It's, I monkey see, monkey like, and then I kick myself. Why do I like this? I feel dirty. I need a shower.
No amount of shower will be able to wash away what 4 years of gender study has put into your brain. But at least they keep showing us that they turn into the men they claim they hate the most. Unfortunately, they didn't manage to get everything from a man. So they didn't really manage to turn into men, but instead just into uglier versions of women. Even today, they'll be yelling at a man for objectifying women. But when it comes to them doing the same, that's just fine, of course, because everything a man can do, women can do better. And if that means taking the worst traits that ever existed in a man, I mean, hey, women can do it better.
Let me just show you guys what the average Hinge interaction looks like for me, okay? First off, I like his picture. This is already bad. The people that like my pictures on Hinge look like they snuck onto Earth, all right? So there's really no other option than for me to go out of my way to like a man. But that's already bad, all right? Hi. Riveting, okay? How about, did it hurt? Did it hurt when you fell from fucking heaven? No, it's never that.
Well, it's never that, because he already knows it didn't, because you fell on the snake while still holding on to the apple. But I interrupted you, I'm sorry. Please do go on.
All right. Hi. Like, now I'm actually mad at you. He doesn't know this. We're fighting right now. What's up? What's up? What? That's the best thing you could say. Like, what? Say anything. Say anything about my profile. Say anything about anything ever. What's up? This guy is up. Like, what? You're pissing me off. So I'm like, all right, let me give this guy a shot at having a personality. I don't know. I go getting into bed late because I was catching up on Love Island. And you? Like, a little personality. I like the show. Like, you could say so many things to this. And I asked you what you're doing. Busy. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about, busy? Like, what are you even saying? Is that even an answer? Like, is that even an answer to this? You've been pissing me off. You double down, and now I hate your guts with the busy. Had to hit him with the, oh, brother, this guy stinks. Like, that. You suck. Like, you have no personality. He unmatched me immediately.
Every single day, yet another lady discovers that she is not everyone's cup of tea. The guys that do like her, well, in her own words, they crawl their way onto earth. The guys that she likes, the ones that do have 10 of her liking their pictures, well, they are busy having an actual conversation with another lady. And me, I could not be more grateful for dating apps and TikTok. Because every single day I find more ways to be entertained.
You're trying to tell me that I can't go on holiday.
I'm not. Why do you twist it? I'm not trying to tell you can't go on holiday. I'm trying to tell you it is not normal. It is not normal when you've got a boyfriend to go on holiday with your friend, her boyfriend, and his best friend. It's not normal.
Well, you think it's normal to train with women at the gym, and
I
I think it's normal to go on holiday with my friends.
I knew if it was tit for tat, yeah, and that's what you're doing, because I've let a woman jump in on a set when the gym's been packed. I come home and tell you about it. You don't speak to me for 2 weeks. Now you're telling me you're going to Ibiza as two couples with your friend.
Well, it's not couples. It's not really the same thing, is it?
2 men and 2 women. You're going to a place that involves drink, drugs. It's just a recipe for disaster. You don't want to go on holiday with me, but you want to go on holiday with them.
Wow, so controlling.
Oh my God, it's not. How can you afford to go to Ibiza?
He's paying for it. So you're telling me that you wouldn't go on a free holiday?
You are on the wind up, ain't you?
Get a grip.
If you are being serious, you think a man is going to just pay for you to go on holiday, and there's no...
Yes, that's what friends do.
Okay, you go. What does it look? How do I look to everyone else?
It's happening whether you like it or not, so I don't know what you're bothering for.
Why are you in a relationship then if every time I say I'm uncomfortable or unhappy about something, you have to do it then?
Because you're weak and you're allowing it. And it probably happened before and you said nothing, and now she's taking you for granted. And why wouldn't she? She's right, it's going to happen, but you don't need to be a part of it. Grab a hold of the place you used to have your balls, pack your stuff and live.
Fall in love with yourself and with God before you fall in love with anyone else. Fall in love with you. Get to know the version of you that doesn't need to impress, the version of you that isn't performing. Learn what makes your soul light up. Hold space for your feelings. Talk kindly to yourself. Learn to be with yourself. If you're lonely in your own company, you're not in very good company.
If your mouth doesn't really move when you speak, you kind of overdid the fillers. Maybe fillers and Botox are a way of you loving yourself, I have no idea. But why you have to bring God into you selling your manifestation courses? Maybe I am the crazy one and I don't know any better, because I'm not extremely religious. But if you are, and please educate me in the comments, if you are religious, you would be praying to God, not the universe, right?
Ask for more. God, the universe, they're not on a budget. Your desires right now, they're not too big. And in fact, if they're not big enough to where people are questioning what you're asking and thinking you're crazy and delusional, they're not big enough. What you believe that you're worthy of is exactly what the universe is going to hand you.
The rain is very heavy here in Mexico City, in this marginalized area where, another one is gone.
Right then, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.